All right. Hi. We waited. I set up everything, as always. We're back. Have you guys been? I'm tired. I'm still slightly recovering my, I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule ever since that 24-hour stream. It's been like a week and like a half now, and it's like I'm still kind of messed up from that, but it's fine. I'm moving forward, getting better. I'm not gonna waste too much time. We're essentially gonna just be continuing our reactions from Tuesday. We started watching the Solve It Squad Back in the Biz. We finished episode 1, which was like an hour long. It was very long. Now we're going to episode 2. Let me just turn off like this music. Up. I guess I should do a little bit of an intro. Yeah. All right. Hi, YouTube. Today we're going to be reacting to the Solve It Squad Take a Chill Pill by the Tin Can Bros. This is episode 2 of the Solve It Squad Back in the Biz series. We finished the first one in the previous video, so we're just going to get to the next one. I hope you enjoy it. As always, original video link is down in the description below. Go give them some support so they can keep making awesome productions like this one, and I don't know, maybe make the actual Solve It Squad cartoon one day. I don't know. I heard somebody said that there was like ideas about doing that in the future. I think that would be awesome. If it is, it would be cool. But for now, let's just jump into it. Pew. Here we are. All right. The Solve It Squad takes a chill pill.
Back in Biz was a live stream reading event originally broadcast in the winter of 2021, featuring episodes from the Solve It Squad animated series being developed by Tin Can Bros.
See, this is the thing, is like, is it really, are they actually making a cartoon? I haven't gotten like any confirmation on that. It sounds like they are. That would be so cool if it actually gets created, though.
These are those episodes.
Cold open.
Why did they do like the Law and Order thing? Is it just because it's like a mystery kind of thing, I guess? Like that Sting?
Interior Solve It Squad clubhouse day. Scraggs has passed out the new case files. Gwen furrows her brow as she taps away on her phone. Esther's eyes are glazed over with a strand of drool dripping from their mouth. Keith takes a page from the case file and folds it into a paper football.
Oh, Keith, come on. Those are important documents. So, is every episode going to start in the treehouse? Guys, you got to find, like, a better place to hang out. It's just, I'm imagining... I've never been in a treehouse, although there was one, like, treehouse that was in development by my cousins that just never got finished. And based purely on that, there's not a lot of space inside this treehouse for you guys to be doing this stuff. And
okay, the next case on our docket involves none other than the Sugar Daddy Snack Cake Corporation. Okay, the manager of the plant walked into a cake catastrophe this morning, and they suspect foul play. The donut hole machine...
Oh, I love me some of Sugar Daddy's tasty holes.
I'm sure you do.
Do you think Keith has any idea when he makes an innuendo like that? Because on one hand, it sounds like he would be very knowingly make that kind of joke, but on the other hand, there's nothing happening between those ears. It could just... So I don't know.
Okay, so the donut hole machine is malfunctioning and adding an extra hole to the...
Aren't those just tiny donuts?
What?
Donut holes with holes in them. It's literally a tiny donut. Sugar Daddy can still sell them, and we can pass on this case, and I can get back to retheming my website using the sleek and intuitive features of Squarespace. Hashtag not a sponsor.
Oh, good. I was always be like, is that sponsored? No, it's fine. Also, not sponsored. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really sound like that interesting of a case for you guys. Although, when they say they got into a catastrophe, I assumed, like, the boss was killed. He got double donut hole or whatever.
Yet.
Keith flicks the paper football into Esther's mouth, and they startle awake.
Excuse you. I was power napping over here. Do you realize how dangerous it is to interrupt a REM cycle? I could have killed you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't think it is that dangerous. I mean, it's really not good to wake up from a REM cycle, because that's like when you're in your deepest sleep. Is it? I think there was like a thing where it's like technically not the deepest sleep, but effectively, yeah, it's the deepest sleep. And there was like the whole thing about if you see somebody who's sleepwalking, which means they're likely in like REM sleep, don't wake them up because they might like panic and like have a heart attack. It's fine. You can wake them up. In most cases, waking up a person is always fine.
Yeah, I don't remember changing my name to Captain Snooze Fest when we're not in a position to pass on a case. Keith, stop it with the origami. And Esther, why don't you stand up so that you don't sleep through any more important exposition, okay?
Esther stands up and tries to pace around the room, but their legs crumble beneath them and they collapse.
I was about to say that there wasn't enough space for them to walk around, but okay, this is a big treehouse. We got that now. My mental image of it had been updated.
What's wrong with your legs?
Oh, they're just so exhausted from carrying this entire team.
Got him!
Oh, please, Esther. The case last week
Was my last case of Four Loko, and I had to kill it to solve that bank heist. And that was on top of my normal cocktail of Fenny's, Demi's, buttons, and perks.
They pull out a handful of blue pills, crush them on the table, and snort it all in one go.
See? A week's worth of study buddies and nothing. I hate to admit it, but I think it's finally time for me to take a sober day. Reset my tolerance. Full reboot.
Uh-oh. That's gonna be so bad. A lot of, I mean, you know, how withdrawal works for various drugs varies a lot. You know, some you immediately, some after like 24 hours, 72 hours. Considering the amount of drugs Esther is on, they are gonna get hit so badly by this. Oof, alright. Is this what they mean by chill pill? It literally not a pill? Like, just don't take anything?
I just feel like a zombie.
Esther slumps back on the floor, ass up in the air.
We're all tired, busy, and horny. You don't get to take a break from being a grown-up.
Keith flicks the
Yes, Keith. Actually, kind of yes, but also... I feel like being on, like, 30 drugs it's slightly different from the normal adult experience. Just like a tiny bit off. Well, then again, my mom would disagree. She has a lot of medications that she needs to take.
paper football into Esther's ass crack. Scraggs immediately removes the paper, unfolds it, and places it back in the case file.
I'm with Keith here.
Oh, big surprise. The men have decided how we should feel. You know what, Esther? I feel like a zombie too. A zombie with a to-do list. I'm just expected to trudge along in an undead state, eating the brains of my kids, eating the brains of my career, the brains of keeping us all relevant.
I'm with Scraggs here. He's like, what are you talking about, Gwen?
On TikTok. Plus, things have been sort of strained with Nicholas, and I'm not even sure if I should keep eating his brains.
Okay, this analogy is getting out of hand. Gwen?
The analogy didn't work from the get-go. Also, Gwen's husband mentioned. So the relationship is strange, probably because she hangs out all the time with a person with Keith and the Solve It Squad, and not her family and kids. If she ever sees them, like, at all. When was the last time they saw them? Thank God for fiction logic, or they would be dead several times over. Yeah, Esther... In real life, you cannot develop a drug tolerance so high that you can just take anything. Like, the whole idea of what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, that is not apply in real life. The only thing that does, for, like, there's, like, a lot of toxins that just accumulate. You don't get any resistance to it. You just slowly die. Although, slowly would not apply to Esther here.
People are counting on us, so we need to buck up, put on a happy face, and power through to avoid the growing emptiness deep inside.
I didn't even rank on the Peloton leaderboard this morning.
The what?
It's at this point, something's gotta give.
I mean, Scrags, have you no heart? She is falling apart. Motion to skip the case in favor of hashtag self-care?
Esther,
Okay. Interesting that immediately episode 2, we're going into... They've done a bunch of cases already, and now they're taking a break. I feel like that's really early to be doing that, but... Then again, I don't know if there's like... This is episode 2, but I don't really know if there's like an official order for the actual episodes. Like how we're seeing them. They're just like scripts that could be put theoretically in any order. Yeah. But, I mean, I guess, yeah, everybody does need a break.
Keith, and Gwen's hands shoot up into the air.
Fine. Can't argue with democracy.
All right.
We'll take the day off and pick up bright and early tomorrow. Enjoy your face masks and bubble baths.
I wish. While you all clock out, I'm clocking in as mother, wife, and career woman. These sponsored posts about the Charmin toilet paper subscription aren't going to post themselves.
Church.
I mean, they literally could, actually. you could set like a bot to do that, or like pay somebody $10 and be like, hey, do a tweet for me. If you even want to pay 10, it's like, I'm sure somebody would do it for 5. It's like, they kind of could post themselves. I feel like that's just being inefficient, but maybe that's a programmer in me. The part of me who's willing to spend like 20 hours to do a thing that would have taken like 2 hours, but now it's automatic.
No, I can't stand the thought of my 2 gals working for a living. I'll tell you what, Scrags and I will take care of everything on your to-do list today.
Keith, you can't just sign somebody else up for like something. I would have been like, absolutely not. I'm taking a break. You can do that, Keith. I'll see you around. I have face masks and bubble bath to take.
What? I thought we just voted that
It's high time you lean in and make the patriarchy work for you. Why don't you 2 go chillax and have a girls' day?
Actually, I am gender non-conforming.
And Keith is gender non-coherent. Even between the 2 of you, there's no way you can get all of my stuff done in one day. And I bet Esther has
No
way more.
lists. No. That's how they keep track of you. They being the deep state.
All right, give me your...
Okay. I mean, I'm not surprised that Esther's a conspiracy theory. Although, with considering how smart they are they a conspiracy theorist, or do they just know like certain secrets? I don't know. Personally, I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist because to me, the government is so incompetent. The idea of them having like really secret deep conspiracies is ridiculous. They are manipulating the world, or well, the government and like other governments are manipulating the world in a pretty blatant way. So I don't know. I don't feel like you can really call that conspiracy theories when they're being pretty obvious with what they do.
phone. What's at the top of your to-dos?
The nanny called in sick from school, so I have to pick up... The nanny called in sick, so I have to pick up the kids from school. But really, I think she's just sneaking off to visit her mother in the hospital. Again.
Well, call me Carrie.
Gwen, have you no heart? As Keith would say. Let the lady visit their mother.
Washington.
Or is nanny a gender neutral term? I don't know. Is it like nurse, where most people associate it with women, but there are like male nannies? I think so, actually. Yeah. So let them, whatever they may be, visit their mother.
Because you can consider it handled.
But what if they need...
The only thing anyone needs from you is to bliss out with Esther. Put all of your trust in us.
Isn't it beautiful? Democracy in action. We all got what we wanted. Except Scrags.
Yeah, literally democracy in action. Oh, we're getting to see the actual animation. This time I'm gonna let it play. The previous time I just like paused constantly watching it. So this time we're just gonna enjoy it.
Back in 1995, four meddlesome teens and their talking dog Kluber achieved
Ooh.
pseudo-celebrity status by solving mysteries that had somehow stumped adults.
I do like, by the way, I know I said I was gonna let it play, but I already paused. But I do like, by the way, how they acknowledge it's wild that they solved cases that adults just couldn't when they were like kids. But it was mainly Esther, let's be real. Everybody else was there for mostly moral support, and a bit of physical support, and a bit of trap support.
They call themselves the Solve It Squad.
Yeah.
Cracking cases in the 90s style, showing crooks crime never pays. But then Kluber got murdered in a satanic ritual, and everybody went their separate ways.
I love how they go like satanic rich. When they go like to Kluber.
Esther's been on LSD every other day. Gwen went into acting to pretend the pain away. Graves was in the FBI with PTSD. Keith is just a fucking loser living in a box. Solve It Squad.
Poor Keith. They're just like, this guy's just a loser.
Solve It
Squad.
Getting back together 'cause life sucks on their own.
Solve it, squad. Solve it, squad. Oh, I love the intro so much. I gotta learn the lyrics so I can sing along.
Act 1. Interior Talent Agency office
Oh.
today. Nicholas, Gwen's husband, sits behind a huge desk squeezing a grip strength trainer. He's taking a call on a Bluetooth headset.
After 5 seasons of Officer Dr. Cobb, MD, Gwen can't really get excited about going back to the grind of television.
I just realized. Actually, I realized this before, but now I have to point this out. Keith, Gwen's ex, is going to be babysitting Gwen's kids. Gwen's husband. I mean, if the relationship was like really solid, this would probably be fine. It's like, oh well, it's just like a really, really old like high school ex, and he's like a loser now, so who cares? But the relationship, as Gwen said, is rocky. I would feel a little weird about it. I'd be like, oh, your ex is babysitting the ex that you like hang out with all the time with. Okay.
But we've got a lot of feature offers on the table, and her schedule is filling up.
He picks up a framed photo of him, Gwen, and their kids and gives it a loving glance.
Really? No audition. Straight to offer. 10% over her quote? Hell, let's do it. She'll be thrilled to star in your dark and edgy reboot of The Magic School Bus.
Nicholas hangs up the
No, that's gonna be awful. Why do they keep doing this? Oh, even in the Solve It Squad universe, we can't escape the dark, edgy reboots of childhood classics. It's gonna be so bad. They're like very rarely are they like really good, because they're either like horrible or good, or actually like pretty good, and they're 90% horrible. No.
phone and does a celebratory fist pump.
Although Magic School Bus, I am curious what it would look like.
He pushes the button on his desk intercom.
Monica, get a bouquet from that florist Gwen likes, a babysitter for the kids, and a reservation for 2 at Spago.
Nicholas's eyes widen and he squeezes the grip trainer so hard that it breaks.
Oh.
He's just received 4 texts from Gwen in quick succession. It's over. Pack your bags. I'm getting back with Keith. Keith's always been the one. Nicholas's eyes well up with tears.
What? No, wait. Oh my god, did Keith just send like a fake message? That's an awful thing to do. Oh my gosh. No, that wouldn't be. No.
Interior Keith's van, day. Scraggs drives while Keith finishes sending Nicholas text messages from Gwen's phone. He draws a line through the first item on Gwen's to-do list.
End things with Nicholas. Done and done. Damn, we can put a dent in this bad boy.
Oh my god. Okay, so wait. End things with Nicholas? I feel like he misunderstood that that message. Although, what else could that mean? End things with Nicholas. I mean, like, confirm things with Nicholas? No, but why would you write end? Well, to be fair, this is clearly like a list of things for, like, a to-do list for yourself. Other people don't have to understand the to-do list. You can just be like, blah, 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 blah. Egg spelled with one E and a G. Other people don't need to know what it means. You know it means egg. But I don't know what end things with Nicholas could possibly have meant besides that.
You know, before roping me into doing all of Gwen's chores, you could ask me if I had my own pressing matters to attend to on our day off. Like, that pile of clean clothes in my bedroom isn't gonna fold itself.
Keith suddenly grabs at his throat, choking.
Keith, what's wrong?
I'm sorry, Scraggs. I just had a selfish allergy. God, bro. Try to...
Bro, immediately Scraggs worrying about Keith, and Keith just mocking him. That's awful. Again, I hate Keith, but I love Keith. I oscillate back and forth constantly on my opinions of him.
Something for someone else for a change. It feels good.
So, what's next?
Keith enthusiastically gestures to his list with Gwen's phone, tapping it with growing intensity.
Alright, here's the game plan. We pick up the kids, we do some returns at the mall, we get her a phone battery replaced.
He smacks the phone too hard and shatters the screen.
We get her screen fixed.
Bro. Man, the people they got the cartoon strength. Gwen's husband, Nicholas, crushes, like, the hand thing. Keith shatters the phone by just hitting it.
Exterior restaurant patio, day. Gwen
Oh,
and
hey,
Esther
guys.
sit at a two-top in a hopelessly hip restaurant. It's a trend dumpster featuring every Instagram decor fad. Banana leaves, pastel walls, neon signs, and ring lights at every table.
So, after our bottom
Honestly, that does sound like kind of a vibe, though. It'd probably be really overpriced for no reason, though.
mimosa brunch, I have the whole day planned out for us. Some highlights include combination Thai Swedish massages, a custom athleisure fitting at Lululemon,
Okay.
and a consult with my plastic surgeon. And as long as the
What?
Carvella appointment doesn't run over, I'll be home by bedtime to tuck in the kids with everything crossed off my relaxation list.
What? Wait. Why do you want to visit a plastic surgeon? I don't understand the obsession with plastic surgery. I really, really don't. Unless you, like, need it. Like, literally need it for medical reasons. I just don't understand why you would want to get modified. Looking in the mirror and seeing a face that is similar but not quite my own would be so disorienting. I don't think I could live like that.
I think you forgot to add relax to the relaxation list.
Esther slouches slowly down in their chair.
Actually, it's right here between the facialist and the fecalist.
An overly chipper waiter, Taylor, approaches their table.
Hey there, gals and non-binary pals. Welcome to The Grotto. I hope you've been enjoying our
Ooh.
complimentary hand-forged seed mix while you look over our brunch menu. I'm totally obsessed. Yum. If you're dining with us for the first time, we do things a little differently here.
But what was that? Is that what you gotta say when you work in the grotto?
Okay? Every gorgeous serving is for sharing. I like
Okay.
to let people know up top that they can expect half the food for twice the price. Any questions?
Where's the restroom?
Taylor points to a spiral staircase.
I'll hurry so it doesn't put us behind schedule.
Gwen heads off. At this point, Esther has slouched to basically under the table.
Can I get you anything while you wait?
A less uptight friend and a new waiter.
Ooh, shots fired, sis. Well, hopefully a few mimosas will melt the Ice Queen a bit.
Every word they say, just like makes me cringe slightly more. I'm like, oh. It's just like that hipster, like that 2015 hipster aesthetic.
It'll take a bit more than that.
Interior Keith's van day. Keith slams the van door, waves to a group of parents, and hops back in the passenger seat. Scraggs pulls away from Mayberry Middle School. In the back seat sit Gwen's children. Cam, a relentless 8-year-old boy with big Coke bottle glasses who speaks faster than he can breathe.
Okay, so we have Cam. Now we get to actually meet the kids. Cam and
his 11-year-old sister, Paris, dressed in black, her hair pulled into a tight ponytail with a big bow, like a goth JoJo Siwa.
Oh, so like kind of the new JoJo Siwa. All right. We finally get to meet the kids that Gwen cares about and loves and doesn't hate. No quotation marks there.
And as promised, some candy.
He leans into the back seat and pops some nicotine gum into the kids' hands.
Why do these smell like grandma?
You can't just give nicotine to kids. That's like awful.
Because Grandma is trying to rearrange the deck chairs on the Titanic.
So you're friends with our mom?
You bet, Cam. Uncle Keith and Mommy go way back.
Why doesn't she
Keith, please don't.
talk about you?
Probably it's tricky, you know, because we used to, and she probably regrets some of it.
She probably wants to focus all of her love on you and Paris and not bring her work home with her.
No, Mommy loves the work. Do you have kids, Uncle Scrogtaski?
Well,
Scrag-
I used to have a dog.
Scragtaski. Please stop bringing up Cluford. It's such a... Especially the kids who's like, oh, do you have family? Oh, yeah, I had a dog. But they were murdered by a satanic ritual. There's no way that part of the conversation can end well.
So, no.
Did the dog die? Did you watch? When was the moment you knew that its soul had left its earthly meat sack?
Around the time that its head was cut off, I feel like... No, like a couple seconds after that, because... You know, that's part of the reason the guillotine stopped being a thing. Well, besides that, it was, like, cruel and just cruel. When they cut off the head, you don't die immediately. There's, like, at least a second or two of consciousness as your head has been cut off. That's one of the big reasons they stopped doing that.
Scragg's eyes well up with tears.
Don't you dare give her the satisfaction.
Where are we going?
I love... Again, my feelings oscillate constantly with Keith. He's like, immediately he like got to his like, no man, you're stronger than this. Don't let a kid break you. I mean,
To run some errands for your mom.
Why?
Because she's feeling a little overwhelmed.
Why?
Well, I think society sets unrealistic expectations for women, and because men are threatened by...
How fast can you drive?
This baby can hit 55 if she's going downhill. You want to say?
Why is your name
that's like nothing for a car.
Keith?
It is. What about you, Paris?
Oh, I do get the feeling when a kid just like keeps asking questions. Personally, I kind of love that. There was one time where like this one kid at church just kept asking me questions and I just kept answering while I was doing something. And I feel like it went on for like 10 minutes until the kid finally was like, all right, just like stopped asking. And I think it was just because I never really got annoyed. And the questions seem genuine. And even when they are like trying to annoy you, I feel like they are trying sometimes. Like some kids, I just keep answering like with a smile on my face until eventually they just get satisfied and are like, all right, you answered enough. I'm done.
Why are you named after hotel heiress turned DJ?
Actually, I was named after the place where my dad impregnated my mom. Same with my brother. Right, Camry?
Exterior restaurant patio.
I feel like wasn't the best way to word that, but she does seem to be going through like a really, really emo phase. So I guess, or goth phase? I always forget which was which. Rebellious phase in general. So I guess it's appropriate.
Later, Gwen and Esther have shut the place down, and the waiters are putting the chairs up on the tables behind them.
OMG, Esther, you are so right.
I know I am.
I'm the one closing myself off to Nicholas. Like, he's the best thing that ever happened to me, but I never tell him that. It just all starts to feel a little stale after a while, you know?
Yeah, not really. I don't lay with a sexual partner more than twice. 2 times is a coincidence, but 3? 3 is a pattern.
Yes, the pattern. It's the same grind day in and day out. I'm antsy.
You know, I'm glad that they're having like a very deep conversation. And also, this pointed again that ending things with Nicholas is not what the way Keith interpreted it. But to be 100% fair, I'm not sure how else you can interpret it. It's like end things with Nicholas. It's like that. It's like it sounds like they're asking us to break up with him for you. I wouldn't assume that, only because there's no way. In my mind, I was like, there's no way they're asking me to do that, right? That can't be. I have to be misunderstanding what this is saying.
For the next thing, in case it might be better. Well, why do I even think that? What we have is great.
Oh, yeah. You're great. He's great. I'm great. We're great.
Yeah. And I know everyone calls me a bitch behind my back.
Whoa. Hey, now. We say it to your face, too.
Yeah, we don't hide our opinions. We put them face to face, which honestly I prefer. If you're gonna hate me, at least hate me to my face. Insult me to my face, and I'll be like, damn, that hurt, but okay. Glad to know you feel like that.
No one takes me seriously, you know? I have skills. I am fully certified in hand-to-hand stage combat and broadsword. I'm not just a hapless damsel in distress waiting for some man to give me permission to live my life.
People do this in movies, sister.
You know?
I feel like Esther's just like barely in the conversation at all. They're just like, yep, I know what I agree with what you're saying, and here's my answer, which will potentially satisfy you. Then again, they must be really out of it because they're like detoxing right now.
Esther, I've always considered you my closest friend.
Really?
Sibling even.
Really?
I never realized you're such a good listener.
Esther's like, what?
It's so easy to open up to you.
Nah, bitch. I'm a stone cold Grinch. That's just the Molly doing its job.
Ah.
Excuse me?
Well, you were really harsh in the vibe, so I spiked the mimosas with some primo MDMA. So now we are ready to relax.
Oh no. We're gonna miss our Lululemon appointment, and then I'm going to... And then we'll...
Yes, yes.
No, don't worry. Just... It's messed up that they spiked your drinks, but... Don't panic. Chill. It's alright. Take a chill pill. But Tish.
Best laid plans and such, but how do you feel?
Like I want to hug you and squeeze those eyeballs right out of your head like one of those squeezy clown toys.
Okay, hard pass, but
I genuinely positive. By the way, I still don't fully understand why that's our reaction to like things that are so cute. You just want to like crush it. It's called cute aggression, by the way. Like, I don't fully get it. I think it's one explanation that I heard of was that it's such a cute thing, and like human brains are so hardwired to find things cute that it's like such an extreme emotion that your brain has like a counter reaction to it, which is aggression. I think it's why I don't understand fully, to be honest with you. I've heard explanations. None of them really make any sense to me. Maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know.
see? Now we both can have fun. Let old Esther here take the wheel.
If Shonda's year of yes taught me anything, it's that I can probably get a book deal out of this either way. Let's do it!
You
Okay.
don't have a choice. I already drugged us.
Fair enough.
Both of us? I thought you were supposed to be taking a sober sabbatical.
You have so much to learn, Gwen. Molly isn't drugs. It's medicine.
Sure is.
But there's no difference. there's literally no difference though. It's just like the dose that changes what one is or isn't. But then again, considering how much Esther normally takes, maybe a little bit of Molly is fine for them. I guess. Don't take drugs, kids, by the way.
Taylor, who has been standing there with a credit card terminal. Gwen's card's still in the reader.
Or it isn't. TBH really doesn't matter to me, but my shift had ended like 2 hours ago, so I'd really love to just sashay on out of here, if you catch my drift.
Gwen and Esther burst into laughter.
Oh, you poor fool. You're getting dragged into this as well, it feels like.
Act 2. Interior gas...
Oh, we're already... Is this like a 3-act show? Because Act 2 started at like 15 minutes in. There's still like 40 minutes left.
Station. Day. Cam is waiting outside the bathroom door, antsy dancing.
Can you hurry up, Uncle Keith? I really need to go.
The sound of a flush. Keith exits the bathroom and hands Cam the bathroom key, which is zip-tied to a toilet seat.
Try not to let the key dip into the toilet bowl if you're pooping. Also, don't touch anything in there. Also, you should hold your breath. Okay, have fun.
Cam opens the
Ew. Wait, are you guys at like a rest stop right now?
bathroom door, and green toxic fumes emerge from it. He plugs his nose and ventures in. Keith peruses the gas station's wares. He tries on several pairs of dark wraparound sunglasses and checks himself out, while aiming finger guns. Interior, Keith...
Finger guns are such like a Keith thing, but also, I love finger guns.
Keith's van, continuous. Scraggs and Paris sit in silence.
Hello, Paris.
So, you are in school?
Oh, he really doesn't know how to speak to children, huh? I mean, you could have just left it in silence. It's fine.
Do you like it?
No.
You have friends?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
What are they like?
They're ghosts.
Also, I wanted to put them like subtitles, but they're just auto-generated, so I'll just continue as is.
Like, they ghost you a lot, or are they... What?
Aye, there we go. So we got the supernatural in this world. I believe her. I'm sure they are actual ghosts that that Paris deals with. Do you think one of them is Klubert?
It's rude to talk about someone in front of them.
Okay. So, what do you want to talk about?
Whether you think we should abolish the police or try to reform a broken system.
Well, it's complicated. You know, you gotta walk a delicate line, and...
Yeah, and that line's getting thinner and bluer every day.
Oh, I didn't mean... Oh, no, we definitely need an overhaul. You see, I'm an ex-cop, and I just think the phrase defund the police is confusing for people over a certain age, and...
Okay. I didn't expect to have such a complicated thing get brought up. But then again, like, where do you even start there? Because, like, yes, obviously everybody agrees pretty much that the police needs to change. Like, drastically. In the U.S. And probably in other places, but I only know really about the U.S. I'm an American. I'm not super educated. But, like, where do you even begin is the big thing. Like, abolishing them, in the period of time when they're abolished, then what? Like, what groups handle crime? I don't know. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't go into that, because I'm an idiot. I don't know anything.
Okay, boomer.
Oh, okay, boomer. Oh, it goes to show when this is made. But also, what a term. I don't think I've heard okay, boomer be used in like a couple years now. At least not against like people that you could really describe as a boomer.
Said that.
Paris smiles coyly at Scrags. Interior gas station, day, continuous. Keith tries on several hats.
Also, wouldn't ghosts be more boomer than anything? Because they're inherently from the past.
While he waits. A baseball cap with antlers that says horny. A pink novelty cowboy hat that says getting hitched. And finally, a ski mask. The sight of the ski mask with the wraparound sunglasses makes him chuckle. He pays for them and crouches down behind a shelf. Cam emerges from the bathroom and Keith pops out and grabs
Bro, don't do that.
him from behind.
Did you wash your hands?
Yes?
Liar! You're coming with me, kid!
Cam screams and starts laughing. Keith attacks him with tickles, puts him over his shoulder, and carries him back to the van.
Aw, okay, they're getting along. I was a little worried there, but at the very least, it does seem like Keith is sort of capable of, handling kids. It certainly could have been worse. But alright.
Interior smash and trash rage room, day.
I don't know, Ass. Smashing a bunch of things isn't really my scene.
I want to go to a rage room so much. I don't even have rage, by the way, that I really want to get at. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. I'd have to go to a rage room to really find out. But just smashing a bunch of stuff, that just sounds fun. I just want to destroy a couple things safely without anyone getting harmed and without anyone losing any property value.
I'm not a confrontational person, you know?
Trust me. The only thing worth smashing is the barrier between you and good vibes.
But also, we know Gwen has some inner rage. You could just tell based off how petty they are, with so many people, and they're like, yeah, that expression that they make all the time. This is gonna be really good for her.
Just see where the music takes you.
Esther puts noise-canceling headphones on Gwen. Her ears are flooded with the opening notes of In the Hall of the Mountain King from Peer Gynt.
Ooh.
Gwen and Esther begin a beautiful pas de deux, smashing small things with tiny mallets in time with the music. Teacups, Fabergé eggs. As the music increases in volume...
I'm imagining how this would look animated. I imagine this whole scene slow motion where they're destroying things.
and speed, the objects they destroy get bigger, as do the size of their mallets. Toasters, laptops, printers, fish tanks, all elegantly destroyed. The music crescendos to a climax as they pirouette, swinging Acme-sized hammers at rocking horses, bird scooters, and Jeff Koons sculptures. The music cuts out.
Jeff Koons? Who's that?
Reveal the POV of a rage employee who stares on horrified as Gwen and Esther have brought their destruction into the lobby.
Uh-oh.
Primal grunts as they indiscriminately smash everything.
Uh-oh. Oh gosh, they've broken containment. Just imagining again in slow motion, they they escape the containment area where they're supposed to break stuff. Just being very or whatever the music, and the employee going with the realization and then the horror growing on their face just to get hammered.
I think I'm having an emotional breakthrough!
Gwen releases her mallet and it flies across the lobby and smashes into a TV, playing reruns of Officer Dr. Cop MD.
Oh,
Interior Apple Store.
that certainly does feel like a breakthrough.
Day. Scrags, Keith, and the kids stroll around a gleaming white Apple Store. Keith has
Okay.
rolled off the ski mask and now is just wearing it like a normal beanie.
Are you getting us a new iPhone? Are you getting one?
As if. I'm still rocking my iPhone 5. Works great as long as I keep it plugged in at all times and I don't make any calls.
So it doesn't work great. Well, it barely works. Although I'm kind of like that. I keep my phone for as long as I possibly can. Including this one, which is shattered. And there's a massive black part of the screen. I cannot see most of my keyboard when I'm writing. But it still works. Mostly. If I just don't look at that part of the screen. Oh. What? Hello? Audio?
I've only seen old relics like that in old movies like Inside Out.
So you're getting us a new iPhone?
Oh my god. That really hurt to hear. Old movies like Inside Out. Wow, okay. Move on, I guess.
Oh, absolutely not. Too much screen time will rot your brain.
Like Gwen's.
Excuse me, young lady. Please show some respect. Too much screen time has rotted your mother's brain. But it's a necessary evil, like cheating at Monopoly or divorcing your aging husband so you can marry your one true love.
Can we go now? I'm bored.
All right, don't mention anything about divorce to the kids. That'd be really bad. You don't want to be the one to tell them that kind of thing. Yeah, you know, I'm a little surprised they didn't say like, "Oh, rotting your brains," like, "Oh, okay, boomer," or whatever. It's true though. People's brains are getting rotted. Please keep the AI cat videos away from the children. Please stop letting them see that.
Hey there! Welcome to Apple. What can I help you with today?
That's all it takes to change characters. Glasses off.
Fixing this phone, genius.
Alrighty then. And what name is the appointment under?
Don't worry about it. You can do it really quick.
Well, I am sorry, but I don't have any appointments available until later, next month. But you're welcome to hang out and wait in the standby line.
He points to a line that snakes out of the store.
Oh my gosh. That's such an Apple thing. Nothing when it comes to Apple is convenient. I mean, it's stylish if you like the style. And internally, when it's purely Apple-based things, it works all right. Anything outside of that is so inconvenient. I despise using Apple. Even though, like, I have, like, an Apple phone. I mainly use my, like, Samsung phone for, like, calls. And, like, that's my actual call phone and stuff. Because using Apple for anything is so inconvenient.
Oh, wow. That line is longer than a subway after they brought back the $5 footlong. Anyone? Anyone?
The $5 footlong went away and then came back?
Can I go pee?
You just peed.
What if I saved some?
Ah, zoinks.
Wait, zoinks! Why would you save some?
Okay, let's go find a bathroom. Keith, can you handle Paris on your own?
He can try.
The expression of... What do you mean, kid?
Okay, good news. It looks like a genius just freed up since someone got tired of waiting and just bought a new phone instead. You've synced your cloud?
Yeah, my cloud is totally up there.
That's the strategy, by the way. If they just make it inconvenient enough, eventually, you're just gonna buy a new phone. Well, maybe not everybody, but at least a couple of you will just buy a new phone.
Full of rain.
Okay. Just sign this waiver saying we're not at fault if we lose all your data that isn't on the cloud. Or if you're not ready, we can just reschedule you for next month.
No, just give me 1 second real fast.
Keith quickly flicks through the phone and frantically uploads a bunch of stuff.
How many child workers in your factory die each year on the line?
We don't use child labor.
Not in the U.S. at least, and probably I'm not, allegedly, perhaps in other countries, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're like $1 billion company, multi-billion-dollar company. They're probably doing some unethical stuff.
You need tiny hands to make tiny phones.
Sir, if you're
That's actually not true, by the way. They use machines.
not ready, I'm gonna
You
have
have
to...
to see me for 1 second, you needy troll.
Mom says that all the time to Daddy. And Cam. And me. And the maid. And...
Whoosh, whoosh, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, we know Gwen is awful.
The files upload.
Done. Your move, Einstein.
He thrusts the phone into the employee's hand. Interior.
Keith, you could be a little polite. I mean, he's not doing the best at making your life convenient, but it's like, he's just doing his job.
Berrywood home, living room, day. Nicholas is completely distraught, trying to remove every trace of himself from the family home. He packs 2 very sad suitcases.
No.
The TV is on in the background, playing an entertainment news program.
Actress Gwen Berrywood is in hot water after an anonymous source leaked screenshots of her group text today. The messages revealed Ms. Berrywood making fun of fan fiction on the site AO3.
How dare she? Gwen, immediately worst character in this show. They deserve everything that goes bad in their life. How dare?
Inspired by the canceled procedural.
Although a lot of it is bad, but some of them is good. Come on.
Officer Dr. Cop, MD. Berrywood played the titular crime-fighting physician for 8 seasons before leaving the show due to a medical...
Nicholas's phone rings.
Hi.
A medical what?
Marty. Yes, she's so excited about the show. Of course, fandom is so important to her. Her fans mean the world to... She would never make fun of...
I mean, that you're just lying. But then again, who's gonna know? It's your word against supposed leaked things.
No. I understand. Fan fiction is the lifeblood of fandom, and that trust with the audience is sacred. I just hope you'll consider her for guest appearances when all of this dies.
The line goes dead. Nicholas dials his assistant.
No. There you go. You can't insult the fans. You lose so much from that. Kinda deserved, though. But also, Nicholas is falling apart.
Monica, cancel the flowers, the sitter, the dinner reservation. Also cancel the vanity plates for the new Mercedes.
No.
Also, cancel the new Mercedes. And Monica, I probably can't afford to pay you anymore, so I'm going to have to let you go too.
No. Everything is falling apart. I feel so bad for Nicholas. They're really, the actor, is really doing well at portraying the emotions. I feel horrible. See, before I didn't really care about making fun of Nicholas and their horrible marriage, cause it's like whatever. It's Nicholas. I don't know who he is. We never even see them on screen. But now we see him, and now I feel so bad. Keith, you monster.
But I'm realizing I probably should have told you this later, because now you're not gonna go do those other things.
Yes.
Interior bedroom later. Gwen and Esther are in a bed. Their faces are surrounded by blankets, rugs, towels, and sheets. Gwen pulls the blanket out of the pile.
Oh. Wait.
Look at this one. It feels like the velvet ropes outside the HBO Emmys party.
Oh, weird.
Whoa. Wait, are there places where you could just go and lay down in a ton of like blankets and pillows and stuff? Like that actually sounds so cool. At my local library, there was like an event, like a fanzine kind of thing, and in there they had like a sensory room where you just like vibed and like chilled. That makes me think of that. Even though I don't think there was like a blanket pillow area, but there was this one like vibrating lounge chair, I guess you'd call it. Actually, no, that's not the right term. I forget what it is. Where it would like play music into the thing, so at like a really deep bass, so it like vibrates as you like are listening to the music. It was really cool. A very interesting experience that I had.
Flex, I think, but who cares? Oh shit, Gwen, you got a good eye.
Thank you, Esther. It would mean more coming from someone who I thought had good taste, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Way to really stick the landing on that compliment. Fuck you very much.
And I love that you just call me out on it. You say the things I wish I could say, but I can't say it without coming off like a bitch. But then I don't say it and I come off like a bitch anyway? Why do we let them get into our heads?
Yes.
I literally, I can't relate. I'm so sorry. I can't relate at all, Gwen. Good for you, though. That you guys are having a great time.
Queef, eat the patriarchy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This one, no joke, feels like a cloud. I need this around me forever. Wrap me in it. Put it.
I don't. Does anyone really ever get past that childhood dream of touching a cloud? Yeah, I know nowadays that it's literally like air. You can't touch it, essentially. But I do wonder what a cloud would feel like if you could touch it.
Put it around me like a mummy. Pull my brain out through my nose.
I mean, there is that one material which is like air gel, but that's not quite the same. It probably should be careful with touching that because it could very easily like get into you if you're not super hyper careful when handling it.
Oh, shut up, Esther. You don't want to die. I bet there's so much more you want to do with that big brain.
No, I've done it all. Except the ice bucket challenge. But that was a choice.
The ice bucket challenge? Gosh, now this is feeling really old. Like it's like starting to show its age. Even though I think it's only like a couple years old, actually.
Find the time. Aren't you constantly pulled in different directions? Between your duties to the squad and the fan base of the squad and the fan base of your show and your book and your two shitty kids and I guess Nicholas? And unfortunately Keith. But that's more of a squad responsibility.
What is the deal with you and Keith? Like because in the musical, it seemed like you were kind of into him. Even though like you were never actually gonna be like get with him. Like, what's the deal with that, huh?
Well, for one, I eliminate people who care about me and replace them with chemicals who don't.
Oh.
But it's the same issue.
Not exactly the healthy thing to do, but all right.
All of that stuff you listed is time spent doing shit for other people. What do you do for you? You gotta do what makes you feel better. Paint your finger. Buy a goop. Bleach your asshole.
I mean, you're totally...
I don't understand any of those medical things. Well, not even medical. All those are goop related, like, treatment stuff. I don't understand why those went off. I don't get it at all.
Right.
Once again, I know.
If I don't take care of myself, no one else will. There are no understudies in life, and it's not fair for other people to get.
I mean, yes, that's true.
My Wednesday matinee, when they could be experiencing me on my Saturday night.
Sure.
Yeah, what Esther said. Sure, I guess. I'm assuming. Okay, sure.
Have to tend to Keith's insecurities. Even though he would completely crumble without me. And that thought gives this bitch strength and makes her feel all warm and fuzzy and warm.
Okay, so is that why you like entertain Keith's advance? Well, not you don't really entertain them. Is that what the reason for this whole Keith situation? You just like having the control over him. I don't like that. That makes me think very negatively of you.
Fuzzy.
Gwen is compulsively rubbing her face against a shag rug, sighing with pleasure. A sales associate clears their throat.
Just so you know, I'm not authorized to ask you to leave, but I will hover awkwardly until you do or you buy something.
Reveal that Gwen and Esther are in the bedroom display of a home decor store. Here duvet gone to...
Okay, I was wondering, like, man, where did they go to find this, like, really relaxing place? Turns out, just a store. Can they really not ask you to leave? I feel like they could kick you out pretty easily. But then again, it probably has to be, like, the manager. If this is just, like, a random employee, then that's all they can do. And if they're, like, YouTubers, they can just ignore them and be like, oh, sucks to be you, man. We're having a ball here.
Tomorrow. Esther sighs and pulls a hefty set of brass knuckles out of their jacket.
Uh-oh.
I really hoped I wouldn't have to do this today.
I'll handle this, Esther.
Don't fight them, please. This is gonna evolve rapidly into like a criminal case if you do that. I think someone just called me. I'll be right back, guys. I forgot to make the I'll be right back screen again. Oh my gosh. I'm back.
That won't be necessary, because we'll take anything we've touched, but only if we've touched it. We've made very specific piles.
She hands over her credit card. Cha-ching!
Uh-oh. That's the problem of drugs. They impair your decision making. You guys have touched a lot of stuff, I feel.
Interior mall bathroom. Continuous. Scrags and Cam walk past Here Duvet Gone Tomorrow and into the bathroom.
So why
Oh, they're actually like really nearby.
are bathrooms divided by gender?
Because Victorians were prudes.
Why is the toilet paper so thin?
Because the mall is cheap.
Why doesn't mommy love us?
Oh,
Cam enters a stall.
I don't...
Why doesn't he love you? You know, because Gwen is awful.
No, Cam. I mean, she does love you. She just expresses in her own unique way.
Well, now you're just lying. Let's be real.
I mean, just between you and me, I think she's worried about defining herself by motherhood. Modern women are burdened with, but also I'm part of the problem and benefit from my privilege. Privilege means you have an advantage over someone else, but you're not better than them. Well, you can be, but you've done it.
Oof. This whole conversation is like, okay, yeah, we got it. It sucks. Things are unfair. And
There, buddy.
No.
Did you pee yet?
No.
Why not?
I didn't have to anymore.
Okay, well then what's taking so long?
I pooped.
Congrats. Don't take that for granted as you get older. Now, let's get going.
I pooped in my pants.
Scrags crinkles his nose.
ooh. Now, how do you deal with this situation with a kid who isn't yours?
Interior toy store. Simultaneous. Keith and Paris
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. They'll just have to help them, I guess.
peruse the endless aisles of toys at Helen of Toy. Paris rolls her eyes at Keith's desperate attempt
Helen of Toys.
to win her over.
Come on. Parenting can't be that hard. I got Cam on my side. What's it gonna take to buy your love too? What about this Lego set? You want that?
You can't just buy their love. I mean, you didn't even really buy Cam's love. You just proved that you were fun.
No.
How about this little plastic blonde chick?
Ew. A Barbie? No.
Just
And what's wrong with Barbies, huh?
The ideal price range that would make you happy.
Material happiness is an illusion.
What?
Life is pain.
What do you want from me?
In his frustration and fury, Keith punches an end cap display of dodgeballs. His fist bounces off and punches himself in the face. The force causes the cage to fall open, and dozens of colorful balls topple out, each
Oh my
one
gosh.
hitting Keith on the head. Paris cracks a smile for the first time and begins to laugh.
Stop laughing.
Ah, physical comedy. There we go. She likes to see you suffer, I guess. Asler. Oh, hi, Asler. Thanks. Welcome for a little bit. Hi, is what I meant to say. God, goodness.
This isn't funny.
Keith grabs a ball and spikes it to the ground. It bounces high into the air, knocking a sprinkler and causing it to go off. Keith slips on the water and hits his head on a shelf hard. Paris laughs even harder.
Oh, come on, Keith. It's a little funny.
This, Keith, she can work with. Keith pulls himself back up to his feet and begins to slide around like a doofus, intentionally crashing into shelves and injuring himself for Paris's pleasure. Boxes of Legos come crashing down on his head.
Listen, at this point, I feel like I don't know. Personally, I think hurting yourself for the amusement of another is kind of not abusive. He's like, you probably shouldn't do that. It's probably bad. But then again, who cares? I guess they got cartoon physics going for them.
Blinded by the Lego bricks, he knocks into another end cap filled with stuffed Nemo plushies that spill out all over the wet floor. His feet slip out from under him again.
But yeah, I guess you're right. This is very in character, though. Average Keith levels of self-respect. As with Gwen, the moment it comes to, like, you know, making her happy, he's like, all of my opinions are whatever she has said, even though they immediately disagree with my opinions from a moment ago.
And he goes splat on the floor, wriggling next to the damp stuffed fish.
Oh gosh.
Now this is fun.
Keith and Paris share a laugh. Keith's very pained. The toy store employee rushes over.
Ugh, what a mess. Paging Jeremy, I need backup for some major cleanup in aisle 4, and bring a bucket and a mop for these wet ash plushies.
Oh my gosh. I cringed so hard there. Like I think that was the most genuine like cringe I've felt in a while. And it was from like a Tin Can Bros production. Wow. Really showing its age here.
Keith gets up slowly, nursing his back like a geriatric.
Excuse me, sir, but you're gonna have to pay for all this. These knockoff Nemos can't get wet. What do you think this is? A Disney store?
My goodness. Oh my goodness. But also, if a person gets injured in your store, which, by the way, this wasn't even like originally intended to be, this isn't like something that Keith did which resulted in, well, no, it is something Keith did. If there are cameras, then any lawsuits would end with Keith losing, because it would show clearly that it was the result of his actions, unintentional as they were, that resulted in him getting hurt.
Fine, just charge it.
Keith hands over a credit card. The toy store employee swipes it, looks at the name, and hands it back.
Thank you for your business, Mr. Berrywood.
Interior mall food court. Scrag sits with Cam and Paris, who are blindfolded with 2 plates of pretzel bites in front of them. One from Wetzel's Pretzels, the other from Auntie Anne's.
Now, one might ask themselves, why 2 different pretzel stands in the same mall? But the subtle...
Are they doing like a taste test of what's the difference between the pretzels? I mean, they're probably different enough.
tea in flavors justifies it. Now, you just have to tune your senses.
Scrags is the kind of guy who likes like sparkling water or whatever. What's it called? LaCroix? You know, the sodas which are like water, but they had like a truck of strawberries next to it. So, you know, the essence of the truck to the side has entered the waters, I guess.
Okay. And we...
Are these gluten-free?
No. Okay, let's take a bite.
Are you a Jedi?
In a way, yes.
What do you mean by that?
Marches up to the table and parks it in a chair. Paris removes her blindfold.
Turned the thing to the place for store credit, picked up the iPhone, we are DUN done.
Huh? That only took like
That's not how you spell that, Keith.
2.5 hours. Not sure what Gwen was so stressed about.
Well, just shows you what's possible with two adults who are actually engaged.
Oh, no, we're work partners. I'm in love with your mom.
Keith, why would you say that? For what reason would you? Oh my gosh. I always say memories of the fruits is the flavor of LaCroix. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Wow, I can't. Okay, Keith. But also, I guess it goes to show. I do get what Paris was saying. About how it just goes to show what two adults that are actually engaged can do. Obviously, engaged in like the situation. Because sometimes I sit down to work on something, and then I have like a YouTube video on the side, and then I get like really distracted by the YouTube video, even while I'm only looking at the screen and like that I'm working on, because the video is just good. And then it takes me like way longer than it should to finish what I'm working on. Sometimes you just gotta buckle down and focus.
Can we do something fun?
Excellent segue, Cam. Let's.
No one. Okay, so nobody's going to the whole. He's in love with your mom. It's fine, I guess. It's better to move on.
Go check out the solar panel kiosk and see how much we can save by selling energy back to the grid. Come on.
No. We're gonna show
That's not fun at all.
you kids what we used to do for fun back in the day, and this is on Daddy.
Keith holds up the credit card. Interior mall montage.
Okay. What did you guys do for fun? I thought you guys solved cases for fun, but then again, I guess you described it as work, so I don't know.
Continuous. Over the following montage, Del Amitri's Roll to Me blasts in a righteous display of freedom, fun, and capitalism. Look it up. Gwen and Esther emerge several times from a dressing room in
Look it up.
couples' Halloween costumes. Beauty and the Beast, Gollum, and Frodo, Shrek and Donkey, and then finally they're back
Gollum and Frodo is the couple?
in their street clothes, but with their outfits accidentally switched. They plop all the costumes on the counter and swipe Gwen's credit card. Keith, Scraggs, and the kids run through a
Oh gosh, they're going through so much money. By the end of this, they're gonna be like, what's the bill anyway? Oh my goodness. I'm very sorry about that. They're gonna go through the bill and it's gonna be like $1 million, and everyone, and Gwen is gonna like freak out.
laser tag arena, blasting in every direction. Keith tries to smoothly move through the course, but clotheslines himself on a low-hanging banister. He looks up to see a group of children and a smiling Paris pointing guns at his face. They all fire.
Laser tag is so fun though. Even when you lose, it's really fun. Although a lot of places, it's not like one shot and you lose. It's like multiple shots. It's like point based. At least the one I went to.
I'm over. Keith gestures for one more and swipes the Berrywood credit card. Gwen
Ching.
sits on a bale of hay at a petting zoo, nuzzling up to a bunny. Reveal that Esther is petting Gwen. Reveal that an alpaca is patting Esther.
The zoom out. Okay. They're so zooted, man.
Keith, Scraggs, and the kids pose for silly photos in a photo booth. After one flash, the girl from the ring appears behind them, and everyone flees. But Paris. Gwen and
I guess we now know one of Paris's friends.
Esther are eating a bowl of pasta while getting tramp stamps. On Esther's lower back is a tattoo of the Charlie Chaplin character, the Tramp. On Gwen's is a tattoo of the cartoon dog from Lady and the Tramp. They end up
Alright, that's cute. That's funny.
doing the Lady and the Tramp kiss. They laugh and swipe the credit card. Keith, Scraggs, and the kids cheer on a night at medieval times. Keith has painted his face and chest like Braveheart.
What is this place that it has so many different activities? This sounds like the best mall around.
Scraggs fits an enormous turkey leg in his mouth and pulls out a clean bone. Keith looks over to see that Paris is bored.
My goodness.
So he walks behind a horse and smacks it, causing the horse to kick him through a wall. Paris laughs. Gwen and Esther...
You know what? I will say, I do at least respect the lengths that Keith was willing to go to make sure that Paris is having a good time. It's messed up, but I appreciate the lengths.
They're covered in day-glow colors, dance at a rave while drumming on a barrel, splashing neon paint everywhere. Reveal that they are on stage at a Blue Man Group show. 3 blue men stare at them quizzically. Keith, Scraggs, and the kids are at an internet cafe. They're all screaming and laughing, smashing keys on their keyboards, like they're playing a multiplayer computer game. Reveal that they are actually trading stocks. Keith groans as the...
That's the kind of gaming that they're into. This is a great montage. I love it. Like, imagining how it would look like animated is so funny to me.
Chart on his computer plummets into the negative. Paris snickers at Keith.
No.
He swipes the credit card to buy more stock. Interior, lonely man self-storage day. Nicholas puts his last cardboard box in a storage unit and rolls the door down. The rest of the storage units are dotted with similarly down in the dumps looking men unloading their belongings.
Man, Nicholas has been working fast to get out of this house. He's like, damn, I guess it's over. You're not even gonna, like, talk to Gwen face to face? I guess to Nicholas, it's a very Gwen thing to do to end their marriage over text.
Nicholas goes to the cashier to pay for the unit. He swipes his credit card. Declined. He tries again.
I'm sorry, but it's been declined.
Oh,
Sir,
muted again.
It's been declined.
That can't be right.
Yeah, it's saying that your account's been frozen on account of unusual purchases and suspicions of fraud.
Nicholas breaks down in tears.
Oh no! Just beating this man while he's down.
This is the worst day of my life.
Oh, you'll be alright. Wherever the ex-missus is, she's hurting too.
Interior arcade ball pit.
Yeah, she sure does look like she's hurting.
Gwen and Esther fall backwards into the ball pit, and Gwen makes a strained face as her lips start stretching in the air for something. She finally makes contact with a long, swirly straw that stretches over to Esther, who's holding a plastic bucket that's labeled Bucket O'Margs. They both sip, content.
Man. Okay, so now we've had, like, this whole situation of them having just a good time. When is the whole, oh yeah, I told you, your husband, that you wanted to end things? Like, when does that happen? And, like, and explode, I assume, because that's not, I assume, what Gwen actually meant.
You know?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both smile. A beat.
I just realized that I haven't had the impulse to check Instagram for hours. Imagine that. It's like I was addicted before.
I mean, you still are addicted, but at least you get a taste of life without it and be like, man, life is actually pretty good when I'm not constantly looking at my phone. A lesson that maybe I should learn.
That's how it's designed. So each of those likes is a little orgasm of self-esteem.
Without that urge, it's almost like I don't care whether or not strangers like me because I like me.
That's real. That's real as heck. Good for you,
Boingo
Gwen.
boingo, baby. That's called living in the moment.
Boingo boingo? JoJo reference?
I know how to live in the moment. I am classically trained in Stanislavski. This feels different.
What?
Man, it's been ages since I've been at a Pizza Rat family fun zone. And the kids were still super young. My career hadn't really taken off yet. Nicholas and I were still eating dairy. There was something here for the whole family. Cameron played Whack-A-Troll for hours. Paris would hide at the bottom of the slide to scare other kids. Nicholas always tried to win enough tickets to get me the giant stuffed Pizza Rat plush.
Man, it sounds like you guys had like a really good, beginning of your marriage.
And I'd studied the other moms for character inspiration.
Where did things go so wrong?
What not to wear.
Puke my guts out. That sounds miserable.
It was.
Never mind. I take it back. It wasn't good. It was miserable. To me, it sounded like a great time.
And I miss it.
Interior arcade dining area, continuous. Across the room from the ball pit, families sit in the dining room, among them Keith, Scraggs, Cam, and Paris. In the background, Pizza Rat's animatronic subway busker band performs Pizza in the USA.
Oh gosh. At least it's not Freddy Fazbear. Because Freddy Fazbear... Although maybe we will have a Freddy Fazbear twist. That would be really funny, honestly.
Pizza's themed parody of Party in the USA.
Gotta put my sauce on and pepperoni. The Parmesan's here to stay. Cheese, it's pizza in the USA.
I love that. That's the kind of thing I would obsess over as a kid.
This place sucks.
Language?
Gwen and Nicholas used to bring us here so they could ignore us. And each other.
Oh, I guess they do not remember it positively either.
Ooh, it's time to turn that frown upside down, Missy.
Keith dumps the whole shaker of red pepper flakes on a slice and shoves it in his mouth. He turns red, fire spews from his mouth, steam comes out of his ears, and he starts crying. Paris cracks a smile.
Alright, Paris can't help but enjoy it a little bit. I wonder if she appreciates also that he's, like, genuinely putting himself through suffering for her. Like, or does he purely enjoy the fact that he's suffering? I just wonder.
Never let us have the normal pizza here. Only cauliflower crust with vegan cheese.
Ugh.
God, gross. Oh, hurry up and clean your plate so we can snag dessert on the way out.
What, Keith, that kind of rhetoric encourages unhealthy associations with food. No one has to clean their plates. Unless they want to.
I, on the other hand, I've been raised to clean my plates. I will not finish that. I will not stop eating until the plate is empty. Oof. It has messed me up a little bit.
Scraggs winks and inhales everyone's leftover crust like a human vacuum cleaner. Burp.
I'm so glad they brought Scraggs' whole, like, eating disorder thing back. Like, it's really, like, depressing, and he did mention that it's, like, a coping mechanism for him. But it is kind of funny. Oh, did I not?
Everyone laughs.
Oh, I saw a Dippin' Dot stand by the Aeropostale.
You can still get them. I've only seen them in vintage King back vines.
What do you mean? Dippin' Dots are the ice cream of the future. Fuck, scratch.
The future, like, 20 years ago. But also, again, describing King Back as, like, vintage, like, they are old, don't get me wrong. Vine is ancient, but, like, vintage? Come on, man.
Are we old?
Language!
Yes, you are old, guys.
Scraggs, Keith, and the kids get up to go. On the way out, they pass the now empty ball pit. Suddenly, a loud siren goes off everywhere in the restaurant.
Oh.
Gwen starts screaming at the Fruit Ninja arcade game she's playing.
OMG! I did it! I won the grand prize!
Oh.
Wait, I thought Fruit Ninja was an app.
Yes, actually. I was also really surprised when I saw, like, a Fruit Ninja arcade thing, like, when I went to that same place I played, like, laser tag. They've made a couple apps into, like, arcade machines, which it's just like the app game, but, like, you put coins into play. Which is kind of, like, really dumb when you think about it. But, yeah.
No, the arcade version is totally different.
How so?
It's bigger.
Yeah, that's literally the only difference. The only difference is you have a big screen that you can play on.
And?
You can win prizes!
And I guess that.
A tired mom shuffles by with a toddler hanging off her arm and two more in a stroller.
No, you just got the banana bonus. The siren was an Amber Alert on everybody's phones. Some kids have been abducted from their school.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's really bad. Are they gonna do the classic thing where you check the Amber Alert, you go like, oh no, and then move on?
I can't imagine a more terrible scenario for a parent to be in.
Right? It would be terrible. And glorious. The cops almost always catch those fuckers within the first few hours, but in the meantime, mommy gets some peace and quiet in the back of a squad car.
Okay, this
Gosh, does any parents in this like their kids?
lady has her priorities straight.
Does she?
Tired mom walks off, revealing another child in a baby Bjorn strapped to her back.
Muted again.
I'm thinking.
What?
Gwen pulls Esther in tight, their noses almost touching.
That every surface in this place is riddled with infectious disease.
Listen, it makes the immune system stronger.
Yes. But also that we can totally get those kids back. After our day of pampering, we're perfectly equipped to solve this case. And with your brain and my brain.
Sure, yeah. I forgot that they were going to be doing some work on the lawn today. How loud is that on stream? Oh, it's loud. Oh gosh, it's loud. They're probably going to be at that for a little while. Should I just continue? The thing is, they're literally like right there. I'm in the basement, so they're like right there where they're working. Huh. Should I just continue? Is this all right? I'll try to fix that in post, I guess. Anyway, yeah. Let's keep going.
There's nothing we can't do.
Hyperbolic much? But good golly, Miss Molly, I'll allow it.
Hey, I genuinely think there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it, Esther.
First, we're gonna need some gear.
Esther runs to a skee-ball machine, pounds their fist, and pops the ticket compartment open. They pull out an enormous roll of tickets and plop them on the prize counter.
Is no one gonna like pay attention to the fact that you clearly stole them?
We'll take everything you got, including the big pizza wrap plush for my wife.
Esther winks at Gwen.
You know what? I kind of ship them.
Act 3. Interior taxi.
Oh, so it is a 3-act thing. All right.
Day. Esther and Gwen pile into a taxi with all the day's purchases armed with Nerf guns, sticky hands, and slap bracelets galore. The pizza rat plush takes up a seat and a half. The cab driver turns to them.
Where to?
You muted again.
Where am I taking?
Catch a crook!
TBH, I just moved here, so I'm not super familiar with... Oh, it's you two again.
The driver...
Wait, it's you! I told you you're getting dragged into this.
Taylor, their waiter from brunch. Gwen and Esther's eyes narrow. They absolutely don't remember him.
Girl, please. You think I make enough scratch waiting tables? You're as delusional as my ex-boyfriend. The
Again, they do not remember you.
hustle never stops, sis.
Sure, whatever. We've got to stop a child abduction, so drive!
Interior Keith's van continuous.
All right.
Everyone is eating Dippin' Dots with wooden sticks. Keith is driving with...
Wait. Are they being accused of the child abduction? Keith and Scraggs? It wasn't stated, but it would make a lot of sense, right? Keith and Scraggs, two people that aren't known, gave kids candy and was like, hey, get in our van. That you literally can't get more sus than that. I'm sure people noticed, and then they were like, hey, that's not their parents. I don't know.
His knees, and the van is veering dangerously all over the road.
Can you just wait until we get to Gwen's before you try to eat yours?
It'll melt before then. Scrags, I'm not gonna be the only one having soup for dessert.
You could also just not drive.
And how much pain do you think that would cause you?
Scraggs notices a police car
Oh gosh.
tailing them in the rearview mirror.
Keith, get your hands at 10 and 2 and maybe let that cop car pass.
Nah, they're still really far back.
He checks his side view mirror, which is fully filled by the police car. It reads, "Objects in mirror are closer than they appear."
Okay, they literally can't be any closer.
The police car flips on its siren.
Actually, I think they want you to pull over.
That can be for anyone.
We want you to pull over. The man with the van. The tan-colored van.
Tan-colored van. All right, pull over, Keith, before this gets so much worse.
Nope. The manufacturer labeled this color as Dreamy Creamy. Look it up.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Why is it disgusting?
I'll tell you when you're older. Keith, just pull over and see what they want.
Do you have any police friends, Uncle Keith?
Nope, all cops are bad. Why?
Daddy got a ticket.
Scraggs was part of the whatever, it's fine.
And
Gwen got so upset with him that she wouldn't talk to him for a month.
he only got out of it because he got the police chief tickets to the premiere of Trolls 2.
Kids,
I feel like you should have gotten a way bigger ticket for that.
I promise you this. I will never let your mom get upset ever again. And maybe I won't be Uncle Keith for much longer.
Keith, don't say that to the kids.
Keith floors it to 4. Interior attack.
Why are you running from the police? Why are you doing this? This is... Just stop. Well, to be fair, they'll probably arrest you under the assumption that you are kidnapping these kids. But still...
Taxi, continuous.
So, child abduction isn't coming up on Google Maps. Do you have a cross street for that, or... I don't know.
Suddenly, another Amber Alert comes.
Just tell them where to go.
His phone. Suspect spotted leaving the mall in a tan and burgundy Volkswagen minibus. Police in pursuit. A van matching that description drives past their window.
Oh, shit! That's them! Step on it! Follow that van!
The police car barrels past the taxi.
Yes.
Interior.
Follow the van.
Cop car, continuous.
Don't worry, sir. We're gonna get you your kids back.
Nicholas sits in the back, a crying and disheveled mess. He begins to pray.
Oh, patron saint of family comedies, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I mean, I guess, yeah, if you want to, he would be the... Man, for Nicholas, this really is the worst day of his life, huh?
May the light of your smile guide the way back to my children. May your work ethic be the anabolic injection I need to stay strong.
I feel so bad for Nicholas. Also, hey Fiona, I'm doing great. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
And may this squad car move at the speed that you release your movies. Oh man.
Whoa, that's really fast, man. I worry about that. The van is only going 40 miles an hour. You don't gotta go that fast.
Exterior Mayberry Streets, continuous. Keith tries to dodge and weave through traffic with the van to lose the cop car and the taxi in close pursuit. He floors it, and the speedometer inches past 45.
Ooh,
Keith makes a sharp
you're going real fast now.
turn down a side street that slopes downward. The van starts gathering speed, finally reaching 55 miles per hour at the bottom of the hill. All three vehicles
We've lost the speed already.
crash through a construction barricade that reads "Bridge Out." The vehicles fly into the air in slow motion. Nicholas is sobbing. Esther and
You just the epic scene, everything slow motion. Nicholas cries.
huge smiles and hug Pizza Rat. Keith's face is crazed. Cam screams. Scraggs is mortified, and Paris smiles. Tiny pellets of Dippin' Dots ice cream fly through the air. The vehicles land with a thud and continue on. Keith weaves past more construction obstacles.
Again, I mentioned it before. I love the physical, like, the way everybody reacts at the same time. Yeah, I'm reading your chats, Fiona. Did I not respond to them? No, yeah, I did. You said hi, I said hello.
They crash into a construction worker carrying a box with a question mark on it, and Keith reaches out the window to grab its contents.
Ooh, question. Wait, it's Mario Kart now. What'd you get? I mean, you're in the lead, so probably like something useless like a coin.
3 tiny turtles. He hurls them backwards at the cop car.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no.
The cop starts chucking banana peels at Keith's van in retaliation, causing it to swerve wildly.
It's literally becoming Mario Kart.
Thrown from all the way back in the taxi, a blue turtle cracks the van's back windshield and then ricochets under the wheel. Crunch! Pop! The turtle is crushed and one of the tires blows. The
Ruh-roh.
and rattles onwards. Interior Keith's van.
Cut it out, Keith. Just pull over and face the consequences.
Absolutely not. You do not just tell Tom Cruise to pull over in Mission Impossible.
You aren't Tom Cruise. There's literally no mission here. Just take them home. That's your only goal. And be like, cop, hello police, why are you chasing us? What is wrong? What's going on? I was streaming for like 5 months. He's like, my goodness. What?
You do not tell Vin Diesel to pull over in Fast and the Furious.
You are not none of those people.
Tell Paul Blart.
Except they aren't real and contractually can't die. You, on the other hand, are gonna get us all killed.
Paris perks up and turns to the empty seat next to her.
See you soon, Arabella.
Interior
No, we will not see Arabella soon. Paris, this is bad, not good.
taxi. Gwen clutches her Nerf gun.
I think that blue turtle hit, but we're not in Nerf range.
What about pedal to the metal? Don't you understand, guy?
So I have to lease this car from the cab company, and we're not allowed to go above 50 because the wear and tear on the hybrid drivetrain. I just really can't afford to take another hit on my take-home pay today. Okay?
This should cover it. Keep driving.
Gwen throws a fistful of Tootsie Rolls at him.
Whoa. Well, if you offer the Tootsie Rolls, then we're fine then.
I'd rather cheat and win than drive the speed limit and lose. Here, I know a shortcut.
From
Okay.
the back seat, Esther reaches forward, grabs the steering wheel, and makes a sharp turn. Taylor screams.
Oh gosh, Taylor, you are. My goodness. I started streaming for fun. Sorry for the sound in the background. They're working on the lawn. Man, Taylor, you are. You're gonna lose your job at this rate.
The cab veers up a ramp and jumps over a construction vehicle and disappears from view. The operator is reading Brene Brown's Rising Strong. She looks up at the taxi in amazement. Interior, Keith's van.
Can we stop?
For the last time, no.
But what if I have to pee?
Impossible. You have gone like 6 times today already. Hold it.
What if I can't hold it?
But what?
Believe in you, son.
Don't call him son. He's not your son. It's so weird.
I have to pull over, Keith.
Absolutely not.
Why not? Who let Keith drive his car? All right, like seriously.
Not getting a ticket and a 4th strike.
Can we please
Wait, you can only get 3 strikes on your.
stop? I'm gonna wet my pants.
Oh, hell no. Don't you dare ruin that upholstery. I've been trying to get the smell of dog piss out of it for like 20 years.
Is that why you hate Klubert? Is that it?
Try harder.
Keith, just do it.
Suddenly, the taxi flies out of an alley in front of the van and swings to a stop, blocking the way forward. Keith makes a sharp turn to avoid collision, and Tokyo drifts into a parallel parking spot in front of a 7-Eleven, a seemingly perfect maneuver. But before the van comes to a complete stop, it suddenly jerks forward and back, crushing the fenders on the cars on either side, and
Almost perfect, but the cartoon physics will not allow a perfection.
hitting a fire hydrant, which starts spewing water.
Okay, I don't have to go anymore.
Exterior
Well, I hope the fire hydrant washes that away.
7-Eleven parking lot. Cop cars surround the van, and a SWAT team pins Keith to the ground. Gwen runs out of the taxi and shouts towards the officers.
Take that, Mr. Amber. Your days of abducting children are over.
Gwen, you didn't do anything.
Case fucking closed.
Gwen and Esther jump to high five, but miss, and start giggling.
Of course they did. They're like so drunk.
Time for these shitty kids to resume being a problem for their shitty parents.
Mommy!
Those shitty kids look an awful lot like my shitty kids.
You probably shouldn't call that them in front of them.
And Paris run from the van to hug Gwen.
Can we hang out with Uncle Keith and Scrags more? I drank 4 sodas.
I think we killed a turtle.
Nicholas.
I'm glad to know somebody had a great time. Oh boy.
Stumbles from the police car to join the hug.
Nicholas.
I can smell what the Rock was cooking. And it's a miracle.
He's just broken, man.
I love you all so much. Cameron, why are you soaking wet?
Gwen, I've spent all day trying to figure out what I did to screw this up. And honestly, I'm no closer to making sense of things, but do you think we could try to make this work?
Oh yeah, he has no idea. It's like, she's so confused, like, what do you... Yeah, of course.
Nikki, je t'aime. I'm sorry, but it's been a long time coming. I think we need to end things between us.
Oh, wait. Oh, is it ending like the actual job situation? Like not the marriage, the whole like you're my manager and that kind of. Is that what what she wanted to end?
Professionally speaking, of course. I'm dropping you for my agents at CAA.
So you don't want a divorce?
Of course not. Why would you ever think that?
Gwen glares at Keith, who shrugs. She clutches her family
Nah, don't worry. Keith would never mess up something so badly.
while petting everyone.
Okay. I literally was at the beginning. I was like, what other explanation for end things could it be? I forgot that her husband is also her like manager or whatever, like agency stuff. So like, are they going to jail?
I just want to hug you all until your heads pop off. This feeling will never end.
Until it does.
Esther looks at the wrist that has no watch on it.
Oh, yeah. We got about 40 more minutes until this high wears off.
Oh, so 40 minutes.
I thought this was supposed to be a sober day.
Hey, get off your high horse. I was sober. Aside from the Molly, which is medicine.
I mean, I guess if you consider, for Esther, that is sober. Because normally Esther has like a massive, perfectly set up cocktail of drugs in their system. But, whew.
And the booze. Also medicine.
So, pretty much, except, no drugs except all the drugs that you took.
Scraggs looks skeptical. A police officer handcuffs Keith.
All right, time to go down to the station, buddy.
Whoa, this was all a big misunderstanding.
Yeah? He's got to read the script. Give him a moment.
What is it?
Gentlemen, please, can we maybe just, surely you care about serving justice, right?
We've gone this whole thing talking about how the police are horrible. I don't think they're going to want to serve justice here.
The officer blinks.
Can I speak to you for a moment, officer? There's really no need to make this a whole to-do. We're not interested in pressing charges, and we would love to keep this all discreet.
But my hands are tied. My precinct has an arrest quota, and we're this close to beating out the boys on the east side for that year-end ice cream party.
Right. That is an actual thing, by the way. They do have quotas that they gotta get. And that's why they give out, like, tickets. And then as they, get to the closer to the end of their quotas, they start becoming more strict in giving out their tickets. It's awful.
Okay, fine. How about you can book him, but he walks tonight with no marks in his record.
Fine. But we're gonna rough him up down at the station.
We're not gonna go for that.
We'll barely touch him.
I mean, listen, Keith is fine. He can handle.
It'll be like we're dealing with a capital insurrectionist.
So you're gonna really rough him up.
For my client, roughing him up is a non-starter. Counteroffer. You can drag out the booking paperwork into overtime and then keep him overnight before he walks.
Deal.
What a honestly, he's good at his job. Say what you will, he can really make a deal.
See? Everyone wins. Really earned my 10% cut of that ice cream, huh, Gwen? But maybe instead of your agent, I could be your manager instead.
Oh, you weren't her manager. You were wait, what's the difference?
I guess you did successfully produce these two projects.
Gwen gestures to Cam and Paris.
Is it time to make it a trilogy?
Maybe we should have a little chemistry test tonight.
Keith, this is like Keith's nightmare. I'm going to jail. The girl I like is gonna make another child with this guy that I don't like. Scrags is just like, whoa, you guys are just doing that now? All right.
Okay, but be prepared for a long, hard negotiation.
They begin furiously making out on the trunk.
Just the image of they're just talking and now.
Keith is handcuffed inside and cannot see what's happening.
Nikki? Nick? Bro, am I getting off? Am I free to go?
Honestly, Keith, it's good that you can't see what's happening. I don't think your heart could take it.
Interior jail cell, sunset. The
Womp
door
womp.
slams shut as Keith stumbles in. A prisoner lays on the lower bunk. Keith looks down at the to-do list with the last remaining item. Prove your devotion to Gwen with a grand gesture. Flowers? He crosses it off the list.
All right, lights out.
The prisoner starts to play a harmonica. Keith peers longingly out the barred window towards the setting sun, and a single tear rolls down his face.
Oh, I feel bad for him.
Say it ain't so.
Don't sing, man.
I will not go. Turn the lights on. Carry.
I mean, he's a good singer though. So, but like in the context, I was like, for Keith specifically, don't sing. The actor himself, I do like hearing him sing.
Me home, na 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 na.
What a way to end the episode. Solve the squad. Solve the squad.
Back in Biz was a live
Oh.
stream reading event originally broadcast.
Oh, sorry. We just went to the next episode. It's fine. I love the Solve It Squad Back in the Biz episodes. They're so fun. They're really iconic. The song is great. The stories are wonderful. They're kind of hilarious. I really like them. I feel like I was less talkative, but I feel like I just had less to say about the mystery because there wasn't a mystery. They were just hanging out with the kids, and we got to meet Nicholas. Which, by the way, I guess was the explanation for why we had an episode so soon, which was just them chilling, not solving a mystery. It's because they wanted to introduce Nicholas and the kids, Cam and Paris, which is they do seem fairly important considering they're like the husband and children of Gwen. So I guess it makes sense that they would do that like early on, after setting up like the basic tone in episode 1 of what the rest of the series is going to be like. I like it. I hope we get to see more about them while we're solving mysteries, and I hope we get more mysteries to solve, because I do find it a lot of fun, like trying to figure out, all right, how does this mystery go? What's the actual solution? But yeah, I guess that's that reaction. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, again, get support down in the description, and while you're down there, I don't know, maybe subscribe, leave a like, do whatever you want. I stream pretty regularly. I will start streaming Wednesdays again, by the way. It's a whole situation, but I will get there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. What time is it? Oh, it's barely, it's not even like 4 yet. We ended a little bit early, but it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I guess it's outro time song. Yes, outro time song. Outro song time. There we go. I said it wrong twice. I was like, what? Huh? I'm sorry for all the background noise, by the way. It's... I wish that didn't happen. This is the outro song, do-do. This is the outro song, do-do. This is the outro, outro. This is the outro song, do-do. This is the outro song. This is the outro song, do-do. This is the outro song. This is the outro song, do-do. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye. Man, getting so loud even while I sing the outro song. Alright.